Welcome to episode 44 of Fire Sale Franchise. Let's start with the injuries because obviously they change every week. We've got 4 weeks left for Chance Sugars, we've got 3 weeks left to Tajay Sharp, and 2 weeks left for Kevin Pierre-Lewis. And now, of course, those missing players have been causing us a few problems, but last week we put together a total team effort. Everybody chipping in. Moritz Böhringer, Cummings even getting some first downs, Malcolm Mitchell, absolutely everybody and everything. Will Judy really got going there at the end of last week, I believe, or at least got going in some game last week. And we're going to go again with him and really pound the ball with him. But right now we're in a bye week. This is a nothing week for us, so all that is to get out of the way is the scouting players and these contract negotiations. Like I said, I'm leaving these on purpose right now to later in the season, till the end of the season. I'm not decided yet. D. Milliner, I think definitely need to go about re-signing him. I may just do that right now. Nothing else is coming up. D. Milliner, huge part of what we do on defense. Let's see if he'll take this basic offer, and then we may think a little bit. Slow development, a bit unfair, but if he doesn't take this one straight away, we'll think about what we're going to do. I like the length of the contract, but that's about it. Everybody wants more money from us. So, you know, you're not 100% needed. We have got Ifo Ekpreolumu, our Super Bowl MVP there, that can jump into your spot very easily, although he's got a little bit better speed and size than Ekpreolumu, so we do like him there. But for now, just like we are doing with Kyler Fackrell, we'll probably keep him, but we'll leave him waiting for his payday a little bit longer, because you never know, we might end up scouting someone that looks that incredible that we even decide to trade up for him, and it could be in one of their positions. And of course, I didn't even think about this. Take a week off those numbers I gave you for all the injured players, because of course the bye week is another week taken off. And with all that said, we can jump into this game against the Rams, who are coming to us. And I think we're on the right track now. We're starting to get hold of this offense. Defense is playing exactly like we expected them to. So let's get into it. So the first play of the game, and we're straight in for the sack. Christian Stuckey there, not biting on the play action. 2nd and 16, it sets up, and that could have been an interception by Eric Nickerson. He bats it down. Good enough, but we'd like to see an interception. 2nd and 11, a nice completion to Mobo there on that corner route. Sitton finally managed to connect on those. And on 3rd and 3, we tried to run with Will Judy for the first down. Didn't work out. Give him the ball back. Big tackle there by Eric Nickerson. And we got him on 3rd and 6 here. Chance to get him again. They go for a screen. Eric Nickerson just went straight through it. Got straight to the ball carrier. 3rd and 14 now. Big play. Went for Brandon Coleman. It was pass interference, so we get the first down. 3rd and 4 now. Completion again to Mobo. A couple of weeks ago, we struggled on those routes. Now we're hitting them every time. 1st and 10. Easy completion to Brandon Coleman, and he fights his way for the first down. Now 1st and 10, there's a corner blitz coming from Malcolm Mitchell's side, throws it out to him quickly. He beats the one man that could have got him, and he goes in for the touchdown. When we see the replay, we can see the cornerback just completely left him. Nice separation from the safety, gets around the corner and can just take it in for the touchdown. Real nice quick reactions there to take advantage of the corner blitz. 2nd and 8, a missed tackle, another missed tackle, and finally a tackle. And that's the biggest play they've had pretty much today, the Rams. And then on 3rd and 2, they go and run for it, and we actually stopped them there 4th and inches, so we hold them to 3 points. 3rd and 18, go play action, throw one downfield to only the safety. I mean, that wasn't near anybody at any point ever. It was basically just a bad punt at this point. So they get the ball back. 3rd and 5. Jared Goff rolling out to the left. One missed tackle. Kyler Fackrell's behind him though and manages to get him down. They give the ball back to them though without doing anything with our possession. Now we've got them on 3rd and 19, and they go and run the ball, and they almost managed to break it. Almost humiliate us there. But Derek Milner came in with a tackle. So 1st and 10, looking to pass. We've got time. And again, another interception thrown there. Now, that probably wasn't the best decision, but it was thrown far too far in front of Will Judy. They get the interception, 3rd and 3, go for the end zone, completely misses the man, so they have to settle for another field goal. So we're still up 7-6 at this point. And then a huge lofted pass there to Malcolm Mitchell, and he's got the speed to get away from everybody. That's 2 times in a row now where he's just caught one on the outside and taking it all the way for a touchdown. Today is Malcolm Mitchell's day for sure. We get the ball back as well. 2nd and 21, a throw to Malcolm Mitchell, and he'd beaten his man, but the throw just wasn't there, and it's a 3rd interception today. 1st and 10, they go for the run. Dion Jordan having absolutely none of it. 3rd and 13 now. Jared Goff back to pass. Looking, has the time to find someone, but we stop him short there. D. Milliner in on that tackle, getting him out. 2nd and 10, we go for a screen here to Will Judy. Goes all the way around the outside, cuts it back in, cuts back outside, has to break a tackle, which he does. Can he get away from everybody else? Yes, he can, because he's got burners, and he gets in for the touchdown. What an incredible touchdown catch by Will Judy. It also makes Lance Sitton 3 for 3 on the day. Missed tackle by Derek Milner. Jameson Nixon chasing the man down, punches the ball out. Darren Stanley gets it out. That was classic Peanut Tillman there by Jameson Nicholson, just punching the ball out from behind. And we have to punt away here because we did nothing with the possession. But sometimes you just have to highlight a nice punt. Drops inside the 4-yard line, and on the very next play, because of that, we blitz in. Christian Stuckey catches Jared Goff in the end zone. It is a safety, so we're up 23-6 now. They're absolutely getting away from the Rams. I mean, we're in the third quarter. He throws one downfield here, launches it. Could have been an interception. Nobody did anything with it, though, so we just get the ball back on a punt. And now Will Judy, again, is just running, breaking tackles. Will Judy has turned out to be a complete back. 3rd and 6. Lance Sitton looking, lofts one out to Michael Thomas, gets hit behind the first down marker, but manages to break the contact and gets the first down. 1st and 10, running with Will Judy again, and he is just going through people like it's easy for him, because it is easy for him. Injury timeout wasn't Will Judy. Every time there's an injury timeout, it's usually the other player. 4th and 10. Jared Goff going for it here. The Rams going for it. A broken up pass. Could have maybe been an interception again. We'd like to see some of those turn into interceptions. This is a couple of possessions later. Similar area though. A completion there. The first down there. Jameson Nicholson knocks him out of bounds. But the Rams are coming out very late in the 4th quarter. Throw one up. Get the touchdown. It of course doesn't matter, but it's annoying to give up a touchdown when we didn't have to. And now we're just pretty much running the clock out here, and Will Judy is still going through everybody. And on our final play, we mess up a trap so badly that Lance Sitton ended up keeping the ball, and that's it. Alright, gotta be honest, Lance Sitton really annoyed me with a couple of throws in that game. Every interception could have been avoided if it was thrown more accurately at the person it was intended for. Now, 1 or 2 of those throws were a little bit of a stupid decision as well, but still, even if it was thrown right, would have never been intercepted, knocked down, whatever, maybe not a catch, but definitely not an interception. Especially the one where he threw it for Malcolm Mitchell, who had easily beaten his man, but threw it so high and not in stride of Malcolm Mitchell that the guy caught up with it and intercepted it. That was the worst one of all of them. So it did annoy me today. 57% completion percentage is not very good, although at least he made up for it with 3 touchdowns as well. Rushing, Will Judy, 20 for 64 yards. Still, we can't get the best run plays for him. I need to swap, because a lot of the run plays I'd actually like to use Judy for, Nate Cowan is actually in, so then I just don't use them. So I need to mess around with that again with the formation subs. Receiving wise though, Malcolm Mitchell had a huge day. Will Judy had a pretty big day as well. That was a real nice screen run, and then everybody else just chipping in a couple of yards. Defensively, Eric Nicholson continues his tackling tirade. 9 tackles in this one, but D. Milliner, the champion today, with 11 of them. 1 sack for Kyler Fackrell, 1 sack for Christian Stuckey, and no interceptions. It was a forced fumble. A forced fumble for Jameson Nicholson. That was a real nice play, and a fumble recovery for Darren Stanley. The 2 6'4" boys joining together for one big play. And of course, a safety for Christian Stuckey as well. So good, solid defense today. They did a good job. Obviously, that last touchdown at the end was a little bit annoying, but I'm happy to take it. You know, winning 26-13 is nothing to turn your nose up at. So we're starting to pick up the wins like we used to. It's all turning out all right now that we've got our offensive game plan kind of sorted. Big thing that happens this week. Kevin Pierre-Louis is back. Now, Pierre-Louis has been the man since day one. The key feature of our defense. Before anybody else was there, Kevin Pierre-Louis was already there, holding it down at the top level. Kevin Pierre-Louis, though, moving over to the left side, so he's not getting demoted. He's just going to play a bit less because of package substitutions, stuff like that. Because, of course, we do tend to play a lot more, at least nickel, than anything else. But that is that for now. Tajay Sharp comes back next week. I believe the week after that, the big one, Chance Sugars comes back. The big difference I realised is we can barely run to Boehringer's side. He is not a very good blocker whatsoever, which isn't a problem when he's our second tight end, although usually you only have 2 tight ends in if you're going to run it, but we don't tend to do that very often. On a personal level, we don't tend to run when we have 2 tight ends. We usually have them there to pass through. Not a big fan of running behind 2 tight ends, and if we are running with 2 tight ends, it's usually when they're on opposite sides of the line, so it's really not a problem that he can't block, apart from when he's our number 1 tight end. When Chance Sugars comes back in 2 weeks' time, we'll be happy again. We'll have everything we need. There won't be a problem. And with that said, we can jump into this divisional game. Let's take a quick look at the division. We are number 1 by 1 win. And we've got to win these divisional games because I'm pretty sure we've lost all of our divisional games so far. So we've got to win them in case it comes down to a tied situation. So beating these Buccaneers is of the highest importance, and that's what we're going to try and do right now. So here we go, the Buccaneers. We're actually starting with the second play of the game, 2nd and 14. We stop to run, and they complete the pass there close to the first down. So we have them on 3rd and 8 after a false start, because, you know, that's what seems to happen a lot around here. And we get the sack with Jamarcus Vance. The coverage was good downfield. Winston had nowhere to go. 3rd and 10 for Sitton now. A completion to Brandon Coleman. Gets the first down over the 50-yard line, And now we're going with a run, 2nd and 13. Will Judy round the outside, manages to get round the outside. For some reason, the cornerback just didn't come to him, and Will Judy, with all his speed, is going to get into the end zone, and we start the game with a 50-yard touchdown by Will Judy. So the Buccaneers have the ball back, 1st and 10. Winston with time manages to find Snead. A broken tackle there on Ronald Darby. Derek Milner's the man that's got to go catch him, which he does. We stop him at the 30-yard line, but 1st and 10 now for the Buccaneers. On the 12-yard line, they get in for the touchdown, so it's all tied here at 7 apiece after a very strong start for us. Defense not quite holding their end of the bargain as much as it usually does, and Mobo there went for a hurdle, almost worked out for him. 3rd and 1, we go for a run, and that was just completely broken from the beginning. No blocking there. 3 guys tackle Will Judy behind the line. 2nd and 7 for the Buccaneers. A completion, and we get him out of bounds, but they're still passing the ball pretty easily on us. Running, however, not going as easily for us. Mario Edwards Jr. there just stopping the man behind the line. 3rd and 16 for them. Got to get him off the field here, and Dion Jordan does exactly that with a sack. 2nd and 8 for us now. They're playing press coverage on Brandon Coleman, and he beats it very easily. You cannot press Brandon Coleman. He makes the man miss at the final second there and goes all the way for a touchdown. A 72-yard touchdown. Great play by Brandon Coleman to beat the guy off the line, and we get the touchdown. 2nd and 7, they go for a run, and there was just a huge hole there in the middle of the field. 3rd and 5 for him now, and Jameis Winston is looking to pass, and they complete the pass for the 1st down. So defense has got to start doing a little bit more here. 2nd and 5, Winston rolling out to the right, and that is Jamarcus Vance that catches up with him, so we sack him, and that should help us. 3rd and 16, time to try and get him off the field again. A completion down the middle, Darren Stanley laying the hammer down, but they get the 1st down regardless. 3rd and 7 now, another chance. Can we do it this time? Another completion, another 1st down, a couple of missed tackles. We finally get them, but right at the 10-yard line. A false start puts him on the 18-yard line, and we tackle him out of bounds there, or rather shove him out of bounds. 3rd and 12 now. Winston looking to pass. Pressure, gets it out. A couple of broken tackles, and only just tackling. Ronald Darby pretty much the last man there to bring him down. We stop him, hold him to a field goal, and then Will Judy is running the ball. Another injury timeout, but like I said, if Will Judy gets hit and there's an injury timeout, it's on somebody else. Brandon Coleman almost beat McCord again there on the side, this time just overthrown by Sitton. A 3rd and 18. We're looking downfield. Brandon Coleman again beating McCord. McCord just cannot keep up with Brandon Coleman. Isn't good enough to go. Brandon Coleman might get caught. Goes to dive. He was going to dive because he was about to get caught from behind, and he just left the ball. As soon as he went for the dive, he left the ball where it was, and he went forwards. Luckily goes out of bounds, but that was a missed out touchdown there. 3rd and goal. We go for Brandon Coleman. Cannot make the catch, and we have to settle for a field goal. 17-10, and a sack there by Mario Edwards. 3rd and 10, which means we get the ball back. 2nd and 2 for Sitton looking to pass. Throws one up again for Brandon Coleman. McCord just cannot handle the guy. Why does he keep trying to press him? Brandon Coleman goes in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Should have maybe been his 3rd touchdown, but it's another 72-yard touchdown. You can't keep playing him like that, and they are not learning their lesson right now. Winston in some trouble there. Eric Nickerson just completely missed him. Throws it downfield though. Makes that man miss with a spin move. The next guy coming in is Darren Stanley, and Jameson Nixon. Finally, Darren Stanley tackles him, but not until they get to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 4 now. Quick completion in, a missed tackle, and they get a touchdown. So they are moving the ball pretty well on us on offense, and they have the ball back again here on 3rd and 1. Ronald Darby there breaks up the pass very quickly. Very nice work. We get the ball back. 24-17 the score. Will Judy there just makes a load of people miss in the middle of the field, and now Will Judy's going to break away for the touchdown. 1 week after he ran for a 50-yard touchdown, Will Judy runs for a 55-yard touchdown, so they have the ball back. 1st and 10. Winston looking to pass, and it's a completion. D. Milliner there tackles him out of bounds, but D. Milliner was injured on that play, out for the rest of the game. We'll catch up on his injury after the game, and there's a nice tackle by his replacement, Ekpreolumu. Big hit. We get the ball back. 2nd and 2. Running with Will Judy again, and he picks up the 1st down, and he's a tough runner. For a guy as fast as he is, he runs tough too. A completion there to Mobo. We need the 1st down to run the timeout here. That's all we're trying to do, just run the clock out. And Nate Cowan here down the sideline with the truck, breaks the tackle, gets caught from behind, but that's enough. First off, good, solid victory. Defense played very well, offense played very well, but 2 players had absolutely huge days. Well, actually 3 players, because Jameis Winston was accurate as anything. Take a look at this. 88% completion percentage, 290 yards on 26 attempts. However, let's take a look at our team. Lance Sitton didn't do too badly either, 61% on 282 yards. On a lot less attempts though, today was a running day. Will Judy with 25 attempts, 151 yards, 6 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Nate Cowan coming in with just a couple of carries, but 5.2 average, 26 yards. Then receiving, Brandon Coleman, 4 receptions, 239 yards, 59.7 yards per reception, 2 touchdowns. Could have been 3, but, you know, there was the fumble, the very odd fumble. But they kept playing him the same way. We didn't even pass to anybody else because they kept pressing Brandon Coleman, couldn't handle Brandon Coleman when he's being pressed, and gave up huge plays. Defensively, the 2 safeties leading with tackles. Eric Nickerson in there with 7, then Stuckey with 6. Sacks, 1.5 for Edwards, 1.5 for Vance, and a sack for Dion Jordan. No interceptions, but did we get a forced fumble? No, we did not. That was it. So after that, we have another injury. Of course, that happened during the game. Let's first see who regressed. I don't know why they'd be regressing. Brandon Coleman had more than 1 drop. No, he didn't. He had 1 drop, but never mind. That's really quite irrelevant. But the new injury, you know already what type of injury it is because it's the same injury everybody gets. Dee Milliner, broken collarbone, out for 8 weeks. Obviously, after we finish this week, once we go into the next one, that'll be Tajae Sharpe back and only 1 more game without Chance Sugars. So next episode, Chance Sugars will be making a return and we've got most of the team back except for we've now lost Dee Milliner. But that is why I'm very happy to have signed Ronald Darby or just any other good cornerback, to be honest, because now I'm not worried whatsoever. I'm not bothered at all because now Ifeok Prelumu gets to play a lot more and I'm happy about that. But that is that. We are finally winning games again. We've only lost 3 now. To be fair, if we go, you know, losing 1 or 2 more games the rest of the season, that's completely fine. However, we did start very badly. Now we're starting to win most of our games. Brandon Coleman's ridiculous day. As they say there, single coverage not enough. That's their problem. It wasn't, you can press Brandon Coleman, sure. He'll probably still beat you because we've been working on his release. That is pretty much his strongest point, his release, because he's our guy that is always on the line. He needs a better release than Malcolm Mitchell does, who stands off. So we work with Brandon Coleman's release. He's got an amazing release now. You can't press Brandon Coleman with nobody over the top. If you've got a single safety, Malcolm Mitchell's quick enough to be a threat down the other side, so he has to kind of stick in the middle, and then Brandon Coleman will just beat your guy and humiliate you, and they let us do that at least 3 times. Obviously, once he dropped the ball trying to dive into the end zone under pressure, but I think everyone can learn a lesson from the Buccaneers there, and if they keep playing us like that, Brandon Coleman is going to shatter records at this rate, because 239 yards is ridiculous for a receiver. And 1 more big play like he had a couple of, and he would have been in 300 yards, and that would just be completely ridiculous. Will Judy was creeping up to 200, but got cut short at like 155, so that's a bit of a shame. On 25 touches, though, it's alright. Anyway, that is it for this week. What we have to do now is just scout these players, and then we'll be on to the Indianapolis Colts. So right before we move on, Chance Sugars has been cleared. Now, part of me, this is the first time where I'm actually considering using him because the blocking, there's such a huge drop-off. He's got that low awareness rating anyway. He's an 92 overall with only 68 awareness. He's basically as good as you get at the position. Injury rating 96 to 81, strength rating 72 to 61. He's not really going to help us as much than blocking if his strength rating's down. And I guess that extra XP will really help Mobo. We'll stick with Mobo. He's really, no offense to him, but an absolutely terrible blocker. Just awful. Massively awful. He might as well not be standing there when he's blocking. We'll continue to start him though. Was really considering Sugars there, but because his strength is down, which you obviously expect with an injury, he's not going to be much more help blocking for us. Tajae Sharpe is back though, but what I'm really here for at the end of this one is just to quickly take a look at the weekly awards, because surely we must have won one. And yes, of course we did. Brandon Coleman, you don't have 4 receptions for 239 yards and don't win NFC Offensive Player of the Week. So we get that one there. It was a couple of weeks ago that we got it the last time, wasn't it? It was a lot of weeks ago that we got one the last time. Week 8. However, if we take a look at the yearly awards, just a real quick look here for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Will Judy is now the favourite. He was actually the favourite before that game, but I think after that game, even more so the favourite. Considering the next best is a backup running back, I think it's a pretty good year for Will Judy to be playing. Because remember, it is a bad draft class. We can't forget that. Pretty much only trash came in most of the time with a couple of decent players. Chances were that Will Judy would have a good shot at it. Defensive Rookie of the Year, though, Bensley Arkin. We didn't help our guy Nickerson there because we let Arkin get a sack on us, so he continues to rack up the total. But Eric Nickerson, I still think Nickerson has a chance. 1 or 2 more interceptions, forced fumbles or so, and continuing on the same track as he is on with tackles, I think he could take this in the end, but it's going to be tough. But that is it for this episode. In the next one, we play the Colts and the Cardinals, trying to continue on this winning way. 9-3 would be looking real nice, and we'll have our entire team back, except for, of course, our cornerback who is just been injured, Dee Milliner.